the hidden cost wave, why this crisis will hit harder than you think. Chapter 1. The shock you can see. Higher gasoline and diesel prices are now draining the American economy by nearly $500 million every single day. Not monthly, not quarterly, daily. And the number is rising faster than most people realize. Over the past few weeks, oil prices have surged dramatically. Supply routes are tightening, energy costs are climbing. But here's the part almost nobody understands. The price you see at the pump is the smallest part of the storm. Right now, there are multiple waves of financial pressure already moving toward your wallet, and most people won't recognize them until it's too late to prepare. This isn't just an economic story. This is a psychological trap. Chapter 2. Your brain is lying to you. Let's start with what you can already see. Gas prices. They've gone up. Maybe $10, $15 more per week. Annoying? Yes. Dangerous? Your brain says no. And that's the problem. Your mind uses something called mental accounting. It separates your money into invisible buckets: fuel, food, rent, entertainment. So when gas goes up, your brain quietly says, adjust a little, it's manageable. But that response is completely wrong, because when one expense rises, it doesn't stay isolated. It forces emotional decisions. You cut things that feel optional: restaurants, subscriptions, investments. Not because they're expensive, because your brain shifts into survival mode. Chapter 3. The 5 waves no one is preparing for. What's happening right now isn't one problem. It's a sequence, a chain reaction. Wave 1, fuel. You're already feeling it. Wave 2, groceries. Transportation costs are rising. Perishable food gets hit first. Prices won't jump instantly, but when they do, they move fast. Wave 3, food supply. Delayed impact. Fertilizer costs rise quietly. Farmers pay more now, you pay more months later. This is the invisible wave, the one people don't connect until it's already too late. Wave 4, travel and lifestyle. Airfare increases, services become expensive, experiences disappear from budgets. Wave 5, interest rates. Loans stay expensive, mortgages get harder, credit tightens, and this is where everything slows down. Not because people are broke, but because they're uncertain, and uncertainty freezes economies. Chapter 8. The dangerous illusion, anchoring bias. Here's what your brain is doing right now. It's focusing on one number: gas prices. This is called anchoring bias. Your mind grabs the most visible data point and treats it as the whole story. So if gas feels manageable, you assume everything else will be too. That assumption is where people lose the most money, because while you're focused on one number, 5 different systems are quietly adjusting behind the scenes. Chapter 5. The investor trap. Now let's talk about what fear does next. Markets drop, headlines turn negative, volatility spikes, and your brain sends one signal: get out. This is loss aversion. Losses feel twice as painful as gains feel good, so even small drops feel like emergencies. But history shows something uncomfortable. People who panic sell during uncertainty almost always lock in their losses, and the recovery? It happens without them. The market doesn't wait for you to feel safe again. Chapter 6. The real risk, stagflation. There's a deeper risk forming underneath all of this. Rising prices, slowing growth at the same time. This is called stagflation, and it's one of the hardest economic environments to navigate, because every solution creates another problem. Lower rates, more inflation. Higher rates, slower growth. No easy exit. And when energy prices drive the system, the pressure spreads everywhere. Chapter 7. The response gap, what separates people. Here's what most people get wrong. They think success during crisis comes from intelligence or income. It doesn't. It comes from response time. The people who adjust early, even with small decisions, create massive advantages over time. Not overnight, but quietly, consistently. Chapter 8. What you should do now. Solution. Forget panic. Focus on control. Don't panic sell investments. Volatility creates opportunity, not just risk. Strengthen your emergency fund. This is protection against bad decisions, not just bad events. Adjust spending early. Don't wait for pressure. Move before it hits. Keep investing consistently. Lower prices today often become the best entries for long term. Reduce high-interest debt. Expensive debt becomes more dangerous in this environment. These aren't dramatic moves, but they are powerful. Chapter 9. The final decision. Right now, you have something most people don't. Awareness. Most people will react after the damage hits. You're seeing it before, and that changes everything. The fear you feel, it's not the problem. Letting that fear make decisions for you, that's the real risk. So the question is simple. Will you react or will you prepare? If this changed the way you see what's coming, don't ignore it, because the people who move first move furthest. Subscribe now and stay ahead while everyone else is still catching up.